Write down. This problem is the first problem of IRODOV. Okay, 1.1. A motorboat going downstream overtakes a freely floating raft. A motorboat going downstream overtakes a freely floating raft. At a point A. At a point A. Yeah. A motorboat going downstream overcame a freely flowing raft at point A. Okay. Okay. T is equal to 60 minutes later. T is equal to 60 minutes later. It turned back. It turned back. And after some time, passed the raft. Passed the raft. At a distance L is equal to 6 kilometers. At a distance L is equal to 6 kilometers from the point A. Full stop. Find the flow velocity of the water if the duty of the engine is constant. Find the flow velocity of water if the duty of the engine is constant. So there is this flow of water going in this direction. This is our stream. Okay, so this is important to visualize the question. If you don't visualize the question, it's generally very difficult to solve. Okay. So now there is a raft here. So what is a raft? Raft is something which simply floats in water in the direction of the freely floating. That means they are not actually doing anything else. It is freely floating. Okay, its velocity will be equal to the velocity of the river. Okay, so I will call the velocity of the river as, let us say, V naught. Okay, for our calculation purpose, and raft also will be V naught. So now what happens is that there is a motor boat, is our motor boat, okay, and this motor boat overtakes the raft at some point A. This is the line A, okay, and goes further, okay, for how long? For about an hour, 60 minutes, okay, and turns back and starts coming back like this, okay, and by then actually the raft also would have moved somewhere here, let us say, okay. So it passes the raft. at some other point. Let's say at that point B. Okay. And we have been told that the distance between these 2 points is okay. So now what is our question? V0 is equal to how much? That's all is our question. See how will you solve it. Now, this I'll tell you one thing. This problem, when I explain to you now how to solve this, it will look very, very simple. But if I don't explain to you, it doesn't occur to you. And this is the problem that is going to persist all your life if you don't only yourself think. Okay? Think and be ready to go wrong. Ready to go wrong. You go wrong a few times. Then you will come. Okay, let's look at basically how to do this in a normal way without using too much of relative velocity. Okay, so first approach I will want to take it as basically simple approach where raft goes from here to here and motorboat goes here and comes back. Okay, these 2 times we can equate. So these 2 times we can actually equate. Okay. Now, what is the time taken for the raft to go from here to here? So, what is the distance? L. L. Okay. Distance divided by velocity. What is the velocity? V0. Okay. That is the time taken for raft to go from here to here. Okay. Now, let us see what is the time taken for the boat to go from here to here and to come back. Okay. So, that will split into 2 parts. One going from here to here and then coming back from here to here. So, this going from here to here is T. That is 60 minutes. That already they have told us. Plus distance, I will call that as x. Okay. Divided by. Okay. So, the velocity during this time. Okay. This time actually its velocity is, let us consider motorboat velocity as v. The velocity with which it can go. Okay. But when it is going towards the right side, it is added by the velocity v0. Because it carries also along with that water. Okay, so its velocity increases when it is going downstream. But when it is coming back, its velocity decreases. So the velocity will be v0 minus, v minus v0. Okay. So what I am doing is basically time calculation from here to here is t, and time calculation from here to here is this distance x divided by v minus v0. So are you okay with this equation? So what is x though? Total distance from here to here minus L is this x. Okay. How much it has traveled from here to here? That is its velocity into time. Okay. It is nothing but v plus v0 into time. Okay. What is whole this much? This is L minus L. Okay. So this is x. Okay. This x is nothing but this. Now we will write remaining as it is. So just solve it for v0. algebra, guys. So what happens to the top here? V naught is equal to L by, this is what you get, correct? So now you substitute the value for L. Okay. So now we will see it using our relative velocity method and see how to do that. Okay. That is even more simpler to do. Okay. So what do you do? So we will take it as our Katti suggested. We will take V naught. Okay. V naught as something which is basically raft also is moving, water also is moving, everything, our frame is standing on that. Okay. Our frame is on V naught, 0. So if that is the case, what are the other values you are going to take it as? So what will happen is, if you are standing on the raft and water is also moving and everything, okay, and freeze the frame, saying that water and raft both are 0. Okay. So when that happens, actually, you know what? You are actually 60 minutes and coming back. Okay. So going time and coming back time, both are actually same, isn't it? Because there is nothing moving. Going time and coming back time are same. Motorboat is having the same speed. Okay. So that means basically going time is t, so both time is 2t. Okay. Okay, now how do we calculate V naught? We know the total time taken is how much? Total time taken for this whole thing to happen is 60 minutes plus 60 minutes, which is 2t, correct? That is the total time taken for the whole episode happening. You will see in this much time how much has the boat traveled, correct? Boat has traveled for L distance. So what is the velocity? Isn't it? So think about it. This whole problem is actually 1 mark problem, 30 seconds problem actually, if you use the relative velocity properly. So I will repeat it again. Please understand this. Okay. So now what we did, the first thing we did is we stood on the raft and we froze the water. Okay. In our mind. Okay. Everything is, water is 0. At this instant, we actually now saw that the motorboat came to us, went ahead for 1 hour, came back again, okay, and met us. And we know that its velocity is not actually changing, its duty cycle is constant, duty is constant. So that means the time taken for it to go and to come back is same, okay. So if going is t and coming back is another t, total 2t. So in time 2t we are crossing again, okay, that much we know, we found out the 2t. Once we found out the 2t time, okay, now we come out of that freeze frame and stand on the shore and look at the water on the raft. The raft has traveled 6 kilometers, L kilometers, L distance. So total traveling this much distance divided by this much time is not equal to L by T. Over. That is the answer. So you have to have the confidence of getting the answer right. When you start believing in understanding the relative velocity, you will get that answer. Instead of do all these calculations, one line answer. V naught is equal to, just look at it, you know, this is V naught is equal to L by T. Like that, you should be able to say. That is when you have mastered the relative velocity.